Before we wind up, I'm going to ask you to read a little bit of Areas of Fog from the part of the calendar that we're in now, the pointy end of September.
Yes.
But before I ask you to read that passage, what's your current writing project? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So I started a newsletter through this online platform called Substack, which I've tried a number of different newsletter services, and this one is by far the best, at least for me. And what I'm doing is my new subject. I had been using the weather, as you know, for Areas of Fog, and now I'm using the moon and all things lunar. And so I write these monthly to coincide with the full moon each month. And using the moon, I found it to be really fertile ground because it's got this rich literary history and kind of stretches back to Neanderthal cave art. And it's this site of intense kind of frontier science. And there's a lot of exciting and sometimes scary scientific change, technological change coming that's associated with our coming moon bases. And so I just love this kind of intersection on this object in the sky. And so it's at willdowd.substack.com. Substack did a really nice feature of the project, and that got a ton of subscribers unexpectedly, kind of came flooding in, and it's from all over the world. I can see kind of who visits my website, and it was just exploded. I was getting emails from India and China. Wow. And I think that is, a book about the weather, a book about the moon is never going to be exactly, timely in terms of breaking news, but they're these kind of perennial topics, and they're kind of our common ground. And so that's what I'm drawn to, because you can sort of connect with strangers, and everybody sort of meets at that point. So that's my current project, along with some other things, but that's what's occupying me at the moment.
And that's so interesting, because you publish a book, and once in a while you'll get an email from a reader, or you'll see somebody, you'll give a reading in a bookstore and somebody will come up and say, oh, I really like your book. But to have this online platform and to see who all your readers are.
Yes.
And to have
I've got analytic data on my readers. I can see.
Yeah, to see who they are and not just be guessing, and to have, a number of them write back, because it's an easy process to write back. I guess it has a comments thread.
It has comments, and it's very easy to interact. And so you get all kinds of feedback, and it's immediate. I mean, I write something on the day of the full moon. It goes out as the moon kind of comes out, and I'm within 20-30 minutes I'm getting feedback. And as you know, with publishing, it's very different process. Timeline. Yes, so it's exciting. And but I also am hoping to use this as a springboard at some point to collect and refine and potentially publish another collection of these kind of moon reflections. So my heart is still with the book, of course, in that form, but this is a really nice way, and talking about kind of that direct reader-writer conversation. So it keeps me in that mode. Yeah.
And kind of the best of both worlds. You get the immediacy, the contact, and then hopefully it'll turn into this artifact that we know of as the book, which we love.
Yes.
Hold.
To see if I could sneak it onto one of the modules going to the moon in 4 years.
That would be very cool.